physically assaulted tonight by a man's tongue in the strip club. And I'm not joking, he literally licked my whole cookie when I was turned around in a dance.
Yes, my homeboys did hold me hostage to try to run a train on me. Let's talk about it. So I'm nervous, but I'm like, okay, let me act right because they could kill me right now. So I tried just like being normal. Again, I don't have my phone anymore. They took it. They have my phone.
They were scared when she started talking about calling the cops. People were trying to blame her, I'm sure. And that's disgusting. Like, that's unacceptable. I remember talking about this not too long ago, but it's something that I feel like I have to like revisit when it needs to be revisited. But men that, for men and boys, because I've experienced this as a boy, right? I experienced this as a boy. The way that men view promiscuous women and promiscuous girls is, I mean, that men objectify women in general, in general. But I do think that men, when they think, perceive, whatever, or know that a woman is promiscuous, because you can know, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes women, girls do be sleeping with a lot of dudes or whatever the case may be. And that's their prerogative. Um, but when a man or a boy like finds out, then he thinks it's his turn. He thinks like he's entitled to it, right? And I did a video yesterday on a washed up rapper. And in that video, he said, I don't mess with women that don't sleep with me on the first day because you slept with somebody else on the first day. And that's such a an extremely odd, weird, problematic way of looking at interactions with women as a man. Like, oh, she did this with somebody else, therefore she must do this with you. But the reason why men view, you know, the dynamics between men and women in this way is because most men just want to sleep with women. Like that's just the number one goal. I won't say they just want to sleep with women, but that's the number one goal with every single woman. It's let me see how fast I can sleep with her. And then once I sleep with her, how many times can I sleep with her? Will she let me sleep with her without ever being committed to her, or I'll just sleep with her forever until she tells me no, whatever the case may be. But that's sadly how men have been and boys have been conditioned to think. And so many times, once a boy and like I said before, once they find out that she is a go, or a hoe, promiscuous, whatever you want to call her, then if she like they start to feel like she's even less of a human. That's what it is. It's they already don't think women are humans, you know. But let's say let's do the whole 3/5 of a human thing that they did with black people. They view women as 3/5 of a human, just off the rip. That's most men. We view women as 3/5 of a human. But when you find out that that woman is promiscuous, that drops down to 1/5, 2/5 of a human. Like they become super duper subhuman in the eyes of the men, super duper subhuman. And when I say I have seen this play out, I was in high school. I saw several times. I've seen boys in the bathroom with girls, and it was a line. Like they were in a stall with the girl. She was on her knees. Like I looked under the door. The girl was on her knees, and it was a line full of boys, like out the bathroom. It was crazy. And then they ended like right after that. I remember the people came in and caught them or whatever, and it was like a whole thing in this one time. But I remember, like, I saw the boys that were waiting, and I was like, what the fuck? And they just treat these women and these girls like just objects. And that just comes from the idea that if a woman is promiscuous, or if a woman has done something that you perceive to be promiscuous or whatever, then she owes that to you. She owes that to you. Men do it all the time. I just came across a video I'm going to show you right now of a woman getting violated. Like she talks about getting violated, and then you're gonna. It's really weird. It's very, very disgusting. Listen to what she says, and then like read the comments because I screen recorded this so we can see because I was reading the comments and I was like, what the hell? But this is how men think. It's just crazy.
Physically assaulted tonight by a man's tongue in the strip club. And I'm not joking. He literally licked my whole cookie when I was turned around in a dance. I'm still in shock.
The first one said he needs to get tested because, and you'll see why. You'll get further context to these. Imagine working that job, then being shocked something sexual happens to you. It's not that something sexual happened to her. She was sexually assaulted. It's not like being rubbed or touched or I don't know, talked to in a sexual way or flirted with, you know what I mean? Like those things, I'm pretty sure she's like expecting that. She may even want that because, you know, you want that engagement, I would assume, so you can get your money up so they can pay and all that. You know what I mean? Like I totally understand that. You don't expect to get sexually assaulted. You know? It's crazy.
He literally licked my whole cookie when I was turned around in a dance. I'm still in shock about it. My heart is beating really fast. I wanted to cry when it happened. I just ran away and told the bouncer and I was like, hey, you need to kick him out. Some dancers were telling me to press charges, but I just wanted to make my money and go home. That's the first time this has happened to me. I work at an all-nude club and I've worked at all-nude clubs before, and in my 7 years of dancing, no one has ever licked me down there. But yeah, I need to get tested and I have to wait a week or two to even do that because symptoms won't even show up on tests if you get the test too early. Can't believe he did that. I was turned around in the lap dance. He leaned over and full physically assaulted.
I don't know if you guys saw those comments, but I'll show some more of them because they were very disgusting. You ain't the one that need to be tested. I think he is the one who needs the test. I got an STD watching this video. This woman is talking about being sexually assaulted by a man at work. You know, you just it's like duh, that's what happens to sex workers. That's what happens to promiscuous women. It's the wildest thing. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'm being honest, like I really don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's crazy. It's wild. Like if a police officer got killed on the job, everybody would be like, flags at half mast, salute the fallen soldier, yada, yada, yada. Like, you know what I mean? Like when soldiers die in war, they get more empathy. It's war. It's war. But when a soldier dies in war, we're like, oh yeah, like that's fucked up because, you know, nobody should die, right? Even if it's in war, we don't want anybody to die. A woman who is a sex worker doing her job is at work and a man sexually assaults her and these dudes are like, it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't ever go on posts when people are talking about like soldiers falling or police falling in the line of duty and people are like, what did you expect? You're a CHP officer and you died in a motorcycle crash. Who cares? Like, you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be fucking insensitive as shit? And this coming from an ACAB motherfucker. Like, I don't even, you know what I mean? Like, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go on the post and be like, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're a cop. You die in car accidents. Because we know the number one killer of police officers is accidents. Just so you know, that's why I'm saying that. But yeah, so that would be nuts. You know, that like everybody would understand if I said that and a bunch of people were like, bro, insensitive, not the right time, yada, 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 right? Like we would all understand that. But it's because you see that police officer as a human being and you don't see these women as human beings. The fact that that man and the man that licked her felt like he had some type of ownership over her body, and also he felt like nobody would protect her because she's a sex worker. Who cares, right? It speaks volumes about how men look at women, without a doubt.
You haven't lived for real if your guy friends haven't held you hostage so they can run a train on you. People were asking me for a story time on this after I mentioned it briefly in my video where I was talking about things that have happened to me that I fear are original experiences. So here it is. I saw someone talking about like a story time of a man's like sexual deviances, and she was like, "Are the men okay?" No, they're not okay. So basically, it starts out with me just like wanting these guys, because I work in a place where it's like around a lot of neighborhoods. I knew some guys that live in the neighborhood, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you guys come buy me a dessert?" And yeah, that was it. I just get bored at work, and they were like, "Oh, we can take you home after." I was like, "Okay, sure," because I usually Uber, so I was like, "Sure, you can take me home." Like, I live pretty close. And let me already start off with saying these weren't like my bestest guy friends ever. I knew them semi briefly. We just like the group faced them a lot, and more so, I know boys they're friends with. Like, I'm closer to boys they're friends with. Like, so yeah. So we're strangers, but we're not like the best of my friends. But they pulled up to my job. It was actually very normal. They bought me the dessert, tipped me, everything. It was normal. They're like, "Okay, we're gonna drive you home." I was like, "Okay, period." All right. I guess first red flag. It wasn't actually them driving. It was like one of their like brothers, and they didn't drive us home. They took us to one of their friends' house, and they're like, "Oh, like we're just gonna hang." I was like, "First of all, y'all didn't ask me to hang. You're saying you're gonna take me home." I had to take my dog out. Like, maybe if you had asked me to hang, I could have hanged, but I had to take my dog out. And then also, out of nowhere, there were like other girls there, and I didn't know the girl, so I was cool with her. We was chatting up, and she was like, "Oh, like I was supposed to like take one of them out for like their birthday." It was like a whole bunch of bullshit. This part's not even like really relevant, but it was just so much nonsense already and shit I didn't sign up for. So I was like, let me just get an Uber and just go the fuck home. So should have stayed my ass home. But I get my Uber, I get home, I take my dog out, I'm chilling in my bed, and all of a sudden one of them calls me. He's like, "Oh, you left, like I thought like we could hang, da da da." And it's only maybe like 9 o'clock. It's not like super late at night. And I'm just like, sure, I'm bored. And again, I'm thinking it's only two of them, two boys, just two boys that again I had talked to. They seemed cool. They didn't seem like weirdos. And again, I was telling myself the whole time that it is okay. If I find it weird and I want to leave, I'll just get an Uber. Like, that was what I was like, okay, if you don't like it, you can just leave immediately. But no. So one of them sent me an Uber to come hang out with them. And I was like, okay, sure. And on purpose, like, there was no like previous like romantic interactions with me and these males. One of them did try to get with me like months ago. Like, he just like set up on my story and I dubbed him, and that was it from there. So I'm really not like super suspicious that they're gonna try anything. And also, I feel like if we're in the point of society where a girl should actually fear if men are gonna try to train her, we're really doing bad in society. So
we are really doing bad in society. Just we are, man. I just wanted to. I know you're kind of young. Let me tell you that from your unc. Yeah, unc telling you it's bad out here. Be careful.
Uber drops me off, and it's not in front of their house. I don't know where the fuck it was. It was like up the street, and I'm like, where the fuck is the house? And then one of them comes out to get me, and it's a third boy who I did not know was gonna be there. So red flag, red flag. So I'm like, I literally said to him, I was like, "I didn't know you were like here." And he's like, "Is that a problem?" I'm like, possibly. And also in preference, I did actually try to bring my friend with me, but she's usually awake, and I was expecting to stop by her house because she lives right by me, but she was asleep, and the Uber was already there, but she was asleep. So
when we listen to these stories, I don't know if you guys catch this, but like so many times the women feel compelled, like preemptively, to explain, like how they ended up in the situation. And I always like I don't blame them for doing that, because I already know that in the comment section, people definitely are going to be like, "Well, how did that?" and second guessing them. But I really hate that we do that. Like, I really hate that we make women feel like they need to explain how they ended up in a situation. Because I don't give a fuck how she ended up there. I don't care if she went over there to sleep with one of the boys. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to it doesn't matter whatsoever to me. I don't care.
So I get into their house. It's like in the room. It's like this room. They're just like sitting on like the bed, the floor, like nothing. And I just sit in this dark room, and there's no music, there's no like TV, nothing's going on. It's like just like a dark room, and I'm like, and then also when I get inside, I see there's now a fourth boy. It was like a brother, like they were brothers. So I'm like, okay, so it's now double of y'all. It's just me. Nothing's going on. Like, they had told me that we were gonna like play like video games or something, and nothing was going on. And I remember I said, I was like, are we not gonna like do something? And they were just not talking. It was the awkwardest exchange ever. Like, no one was saying anything for real. There was no noise, nothing. They're just like looking at me. I'm like, And I want to preface, like, literally, I was just with these niggas, like, they were acting normal as fuck, talking, like, friendly, and now that I'm here, they're mute. So I actually have the timestamps. I tried to order the first Uber within the first, like, 20 minutes of me even leaving my house. Like, the second I got there, I tried to order the Uber to go home. And one of them noticed and took my phone. He took my phone and canceled it and threw the phone to the other boy. So I'm like, okay, red alarm, red alarm. I'm like immediately sketched out, but they're trying to like joke about it. And they now started to try to talk. They now started to try to talk and like actually like engage in like conversation with me after they just took my phone. But I was like, are you niggas not gonna give me back my phone? They're like, no, look, we don't want you to leave. Sorry, like we'll be fun, we'll be fine. So I'm nervous, but I'm like, okay, let me act right, because they could kill me right the fuck now. So I tried just like being normal. Again, I don't have my phone anymore. They took it. They have my phone. So I'm just trying to like talk to them, be normal. And it's still just very weird. It's very weird. It's very uncomfortable. And they try to like kind of like play fight with me a lot. And again, I'm having like red alarm because like 4 niggas are like trying to like touch me. And I'm like, oh fuck no. Playfully, no, fuck no. I didn't even feel comfortable standing up because I just felt like one of them was gonna try to like grab my ass. So I kept sitting on the floor and I didn't even like want to get the fuck up. But I was so scared, right? And I was like, how the fuck do I get my phone back? Because they would not give me my fucking phone back no matter how many times I asked. I actually did end up getting my phone back maybe like 2 or 3 times during this whole exchange, and I would order an Uber and they would cancel it and take my phone again. And they were like getting mad, and they were getting mad and irritated, and they were trying to like talk to each other in like code that they thought I couldn't understand. Like they're talking to each other in like basketball terms which they thought I couldn't like fucking understand. I was like, what the fuck? Like they were like, oh, like if this was H, they kept saying H. If this was H, we would have been like scoring or something. Which I do know now, H stands for Haley, which is a girl they ran a train on like a month before I was at their house. So I'm just like, okay, how the fuck do I get out of here? Like, let me be sure.
I ain't gonna hold you. Saying that girl name and telling her business like that, low key kind of messy. I don't know if she thought about that at all. I don't know if she don't like Haley, they got some kind of beef. But yeah, that was crazy.
Strategic. Let me see. Maybe if I'm like nice to like one of them, I can convince him to give me my phone back. So the cutest one, I like, cause he kept asking for a hug, so I gave him a hug. And nothing is like happening. I just like hugged, but he was like, see, like this works out so much better to just listen. And I could see his phone, and he was texting his friend that I know, like that I actually have known for years. And the friend was like, y'all better fuck. Like y'all, like his friends better fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. And then the boy that I had like hugged texted back, she's not going. Yeah, sure I'm not. And then as I'm like kind of being nice to like the one friend, the other friends are like, bro, you're not passing. You're like, they said some basketball players, they're like, oh, who's like a ball hog. Like you're a ball hog right now. Pass. Pass? Pass me? A human being pass me? What are you talking about? And it had been like an hour or 2. And I was like, okay, like guys, like do you want to like play like video games, like watch TV? And then one of them was like, see guys, you're not listening to her. She wants some sound during this. It took maybe about 2 hours before they finally fucking realized it wasn't fucking happening. Like I did finally start saying the R word, like get the fuck off of me, and finally they were like bad at me. But they got rude as fuck, aggressive as fuck. We're just like, oh my god, like I don't even want to be in this room anymore. Like this is like the worst link of my life. Da, 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 da. Like all of them are so aggressive and rude, calling me bitch this, bitch that. Like they were now calling me bitch, 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 bitch. And I had to wait for my Uber because it's fucking 2 in the morning. But they finally gave me my phone, so I got my Uber immediately, and I'm waiting for it. And I'm sitting in this fucking house. They're all cussing me the fuck out. And I'm like, you niggas are crazy. This is so fucking crazy. But yeah, they're just going off and off and off. Like, oh my god, this is like such a waste of time. Like I don't want to be in there. Like I don't want to be around you. Da da da. Bitch, this. They're now telling me to get the fuck out. I'm like, you niggas just held me hostage. But yeah, I finally leave, and like as I was leaving, they were like heckling me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, what even the fuck just happened? And then afterwards, I was talking to a friend of theirs that, again, I've known for a long time. And I was like, your friends are fucking crazy. Like, I should really go to the fucking police if they fucking kidnapped me. And the friend had told them. And then one of them texted me, he was like, oh, you're such a fucking Glake. Like, no one's gonna believe you. Glake. Like, he called me a bop. I'm like, mind you, your friend just tried to run a train on me. And got mad because I said no. And also, you guys have trained girls before. So yeah, the men are not okay. They, in fact, actually expect girls to let them run a train on them. Like, mind you, it was my first time meeting them. Well, sort of. And they thought they were going to train me. So, yeah, that's the story time.
The thing about this also that is crazy, like all that shit is crazy, obviously, but the part when she said the male friend that she was closest to, but he wasn't there, he was texting them and telling the random dudes they need to fuck her. Like men do that. Men be gassing other men up and be lying to other men like, oh, I fucked. Nigga, I mean shit, nigga, I smash. And then that plants that seed in the men's brains. And like I said earlier, once they think like, oh, another man has done something, then you're entitled to do that with me. And it creates this like fucked up situation that, you know, shit like this happens. You know, you guys remember the movie, I don't know, The Wood? And remember when they was all, you know, the three boys had made the pact to sleep with the girl first. And I think the one dude, I forgot his name, but not the main character, the one with the Jerry curl. He was sitting on the bed with the girl and he said to her, you let Terry fuck, and I know I look better than that nigga, or something to that effect. Like that's you know what I'm saying? Like we can't we can't deny it. You can't act like it's not a real, like men actually, we do this to our, like we do this. We perpetuate this amongst ourselves. Women have nothing to do with this. Zero. This is men lying to other men. This is why I don't validate men. This is why I don't listen to men. I learned that a long time ago, and I've had to constantly like relearn it as I've gotten older. Like, don't listen to men. Men just be saying stuff. A girl sleep with one dude, and now all of a sudden she fucked the whole football team. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go watch. It's like that movie with what's her name? She had the Scarlet Letter, and she had the A on her. I can't remember her name, but Emma Stone. It's the movie. It's like the movie with Emma Stone. She didn't even sleep with nobody. It just took one rumor, and all of a sudden, she was the, you know, the neighborhood floozy, the school floozy, and everybody could fuck her. And that is what it's like. That is like that. There are so many examples of this in media and in real life. I don't know how men can deny it. It's wild. But her story didn't end there. It was crazy. She ended up posting, like, actual sound bites from that night because she recorded some of the what happened, some of the things that the boys were saying to her.
You could hear them.
Sam, yes. I don't give a fuck what she tells me.
Nigga, Sam is not actually your girl.
Yeah, I'm going to deny. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
He right there, basically, he's saying because she told them that she was going to tell one of their girlfriends. I think her name is Sam, and then the guy, I guess, is saying all I'm going to do is deny. They're like getting their story straight before they essay this woman.
Why are you recording me?
You didn't feel my dick at all, so you can't say my shit small, bitch. This is an anaconda in my pants, nigga. And Tone just we're gonna catch you up, Tone. We're gonna catch you up. But hello, so you can say the shit I did. I slept that phony ass Nigerian. Usually Nigerian girls have fat ass butts, nigga. That shit was phony, nigga. Okay. I only did it because you're a gold, nigga. So say the things I did. I got that.
I only did it because you're a go. So he sexually assaulted her because he thought she was a hoe, a goer. That's what he just said. He said, I only did it because, so men put it, if you listen, the men are essentially saying they put women into categories, right? And because I've heard men say this out of their own mouths. If they believe a woman is promiscuous, they put her in the category of a goer, a hoe, whatever, and they can try to do or do whatever to that woman. And then if she's not, then they won't. Because the other women, you have to mask for. That's why they separate the groups. Because a goer, you don't have to mask for it. In their mind, this is what they're thinking. I don't have to mask for a hoe. I should just be able to tell a hoe, suck my dick. I should just be able to smack a hoe on the booty and she start getting active. This is how dumb men are. Men really believe in, like, and they got these ideas from other men because that's what other men be telling them, like, nigga, I didn't have to do nothing to crack. All I had to do, nigga, was pull my dick out, nigga. Like, and I'm like, maybe, yes, I've seen that happen. You know what I mean? Like, I can see that sometimes. But, like, that's not normal. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the biggest holes, like, you can't, like, you gotta, like, play the game, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, vast majority of the time, you're not just going to be able to just tell it, like, just be like, hey, hey, girl, come over to the house right now. I'm trying to fuck. Like, so to some woman you never slept with, you don't really have much of a relationship with, nothing. She's over the house. You just like, yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? Do this, da, 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 da. Like, even the biggest, unless she is an actual sex worker, they're not going for that, bro. You've been lied to by other men, and that creates these actions, this activity. It's real. You can see the power of men working all the time, how influential men are.
I got shit going on legally, nigga. Don't put this nigga. No, man, time guilty. This nigga that's getting one ring. Like, you think this shit, you think niggas you think I'm a mirror, bro? I'm not laughing at all, bro. Shut the fuck.
911 ring.
You said what?
I said 911 ring.
Yeah, fuck, you think that's funny?
911 ring.
Hold on. Are you calling 911 for us? Like what's up? You don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. Like, are you like, yeah, what you doing?
They was scared when she started talking about calling the cops. Wow. Now I'm gonna let her summarize her own video because she does a better job than me.
Yes, my homeboys did hold me hostage to try to run a train on me. Let's talk about it. Okay, this is just like a little bit more context in the situation as far as like also like now updates, because this happened back in February, and by the time you're seeing this, you can like look at my page. I should have posted actual videos I took when I was in the house. And don't do me like, oh, you're taking videos instead of getting Uber. My Uber was on the way, baby. It was just taking a while, and I was in the room by myself at this point because, like I said, they got mad that I wasn't letting them fuck me, so they like stormed out the room, went into another room, and I could just hear them like talking shit. So like that's what you hear in the video. And I'm also gonna post a video recording of them when they called me the next morning, because also I was sick as shit, so that's why I sound like that in the video. I sound like I'm dying because I was like fresh off the wake up. And again, they had heard that I was like, I'm gonna go to the police, so that was the response calling me. Now, so go watch those, and then look at this. Okay, so basically, I use like humor and stuff to cope. Like, I certainly don't think the situation's funny. Like me saying, oh, like you haven't really lived, it's just a joke. Obviously, I'm not happy this happened to me. I don't want this to happen to anyone else. This is not living. It's not good. And as far as police goes, like guys, I don't know. This happened in February, and I don't really know what I would even like say to a police officer. And also, you know how hard it is for girls that literally got like raped to get justice. So I'm not really sure what a police officer could do for me. So now are things I like kind of like forgot to mention, or not like forgot to mention. I think I subconsciously like didn't want to say it because I didn't want to admit it to myself. Because yes, I do feel dumb about this. I feel embarrassed. I feel stupid. I feel like, oh my god, it's my fucking fault. Why didn't you assume niggas was gonna try to hold you hostage and run a train on you? Like that's really how like your mindset will just be like even though
that's not something that you necessarily that you should assume. So I wouldn't blame you for not assuming that these dudes was gonna run a train on you or try to and hold you hostage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't assume that. So that I don't know how that would be her fault, but I'm sure some idiots, like I've been saying, like people just be, you know, we live in a rape culture. So every single time something happens to a woman like this, we are going to try to find a way to blame the woman, like 99.9% of the time.
They did a horrible random ass thing that I could not predict. I still am like, what the fuck? But it's okay, it happened, so I can say it. Yes, I put in my caption, but I didn't say it in my actual video because I realized after my video that I didn't say it because I felt like I didn't want to, but I'm gonna say it. Yes, they did like touch me appropriately. 2 of them had smacked my ass. You can actually hear one of the boys admit to it in the video that I'm about to post. One of them did grab me about this, and another one did like come up behind me and like press it behind me. That is exactly why. I saw people saying like, oh, I should have fought harder for my phone. First of all, it's 4 men. I cannot wrestle them. Second of all, I didn't want to move. I did not want to like be moved or touching them, or because I felt anytime I stood up, I was exposed. And sure enough, anytime I stood up, one of them would try to like cop a feel. So yeah. And this I genuinely did forget to say. One of the boys was like, oh, if you give me a kiss, you'll get your phone back. Like he was like not gonna give me my phone until I like gave him a peck. And I did, and I gave him, and he gave me back my phone. And I would try to order the Uber, and they would see it, and they'd take it again. So that's how I was able to get my phone back, like 2 or 3 times. From sexual blackmail. Oh, and also people saying like, oh, like those aren't your friends. Like I know they're not my friends. Like I just didn't. I don't know. Like it's such a mouth. Like I don't know what to like call them. And as far as like the right now update, I do go to school with 2 of them, so I do see them. I actually saw one of them today, and I will say this right now, I am not fucking scared of them. So I have conversed with them because one, like, if anything, they're scared of like me because I trolled them so bad after that. I had them shitting in their pants because I actually made them think I did go to the place and they're scared as fuck. So like one of them had seen me in school, and he like came up to me and he was like talking about it, and he was like, oh, you know, we wasn't even really like, you know, he was trying to like deny it was really like that, like bye. And out of like the 4 boys there, he was like the least weird, if you can call one the least weird. Like he wasn't like trying to touch up on me, like he was just kind of like sitting on the bed. Like he would have done it if I was going, but he wasn't actually like yelling at me or like anything. He was just like waiting and watching. But I did tell him like how weird that was, da, da, da. And as far as like the one that would take my phone mainly, I see him a lot, and he has such a bad fucking attitude towards me, like I did something to him. So no, like I don't even converse with him like cordially. And then the other two I don't see, I wouldn't talk to. It's just like the one boy that was just there as like a bystander, but he wasn't really helping. Okay, let me read it. Like, he's not my friend. Like, I'm not trying to say like I'm cool with him or anything. Like, no, he's definitely a bad person. He's definitely did a bad thing. I just don't like scream at him when I see him. I don't like, try to like beat him up. Like, he came to me when I first saw him in school, and I told him about his shit. That was a weird ass thing. Like, you don't do that to girls. And like, that's it. That's it. And as far as someone like, you should never go somewhere where you're gonna be outnumbered by men. I have male friends. I have hung out with males, and it was like me and two other boys or something, and they didn't try to train me. Like I said in my video, I feel like we're in a really bad place in society if that's something I should be afraid of. And yes, it was 4 of them, but I thought it was gonna be 2 of them. And like I said, I was instructing them to take my phone. They took my phone, and I couldn't leave. That's it. That's all. So yes, they're not my friends. I know that they were never my friends. I know that. They were literally plotting because they acted normal as fuck when they came to my job, just so I would be comfortable enough to want to hang out with them after, just so they could try to train me. So
She's doing all of this because it's in her comment section, like I've been saying, people were trying to blame her, I'm sure. And that's disgusting. Like, that's unacceptable. But she made it out. She's telling her story. Maybe this will be some level of justice because maybe, the people around them will see this, and the girls and the young women and hopefully even the young men will distance themselves from the boys. I doubt that they will, but I'm hoping. But yeah, I mean, she made it out, and it's a lesson, and hopefully she's never in that situation again. And hopefully those dudes learn a lesson too. I also want to clock the fact that it is, to me, it's very homoerotic for like 4 men to want to sleep with one woman. I do. I think I'm not, I know a woman's there, so I guess in a lot of people's minds, you think like, oh, that alleviates. Like, I'm just saying, I do think that is very, very homoerotic. And it goes beyond like, I mean, it does tie into the whole like homosocial aspect that I think a lot of men participate in. But yeah, I think that's just straight up like queer coded, and not to shame them, but not for that part. I'm not going to shame them for that part. If they want to do that, then fine. But I do think that a lot of men use that as an excuse to, because they are a little interested or whatever, really interested in having like sexual experiences with other men, but they deem it okay when a woman's involved, right? And it is okay as long as everybody is consenting. I don't judge that, but I do, I just think that it has something to do with men repressing their sexual feelings. This type of behavior, I think that it is connected to men repressing their sexual feelings for other men, mainly other men. So yeah, that was a lot. But again, I'm glad she made it out for sure.